Hey everybody, what's up? It's Patrick from Magnetic Nerds, and today I'm going to get into how I made Thor's mighty hammer. This. And before I get started with, there's one thing I need to take care of. If I could ask you all to do me just a teeny little favor. If you'd like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. It would do me wonders going on in the future. For those of you playing at home, these are all the materials I used to create this project. The first part of the project I started on was the hammerhead. And for the hammerhead, I used XPS foam or pink insulation foam. It's a great foam to use if you're making something big and bulky, but you don't want the weight of something that's big and bulky. This foam is super easy to work with. I just measured out my dimensions I needed. It cuts with just your standard hobby knife. Glue the hammerhead together. I used PVA glue or Elmer's glue. In this case, Weld Bond. It's just a water-based glue that it will not eat through the foam. Now, disclaimer. XPS foam is super finicky. You have to be careful what kind of glue you're using. You have to be careful what kind of paints you're using. It is important to keep all this in mind when you're using this kind of foam, because if you use the wrong choice, it's going to eat right through the foam and destroy your project. With my 3 rectangular pieces of foam all cut out and glued together, I went over the bandsaw and cut out my basic hammer shape. I just took some screenshots, some reference photos from the internet on all kinds of different interpretations of Thor's hammer, and decided on a very simple design for the hammerhead. The biggest thing I was trying to look for was making sure that it was an oversized hammerhead. Took that same Weld Bond glue and watered it down and used that as a sealer for the hammerhead. That way, when I get into priming and painting, the paint won't attack the foam. So because I took 3 pieces of foam and glued them together, there are some pretty noticeable seam lines on this thing. So to get rid of those, I used Bondo. Pretty much every outside edge got Bondoed. That way it filled in the seam lines, it gave a nice even layer, everything was smooth, and it also acted as another barrier against any kind of paint or primer or sealant that I would use in the future. With the Bondo cured and ready to go, it was now on to part of every project that I can never seem to escape, sanding. And this project required a lot of sanding. Everything had to look smooth, it had to look like it was one uniform piece, so I spent a lot of time on the belt sander, I spent a lot of time hand sanding, and in going through all of the sanding, well, I met my first challenge of the project. I forgot to film it, so you're not going to see it, but all that sanding I did, well, it knocked off a lot of the Bondo, it knocked off a lot of the dried PVA glue that I used to seal it. So when I went to go plasti dip it and use plasti dip as a primer, well, the plasti dip ate the foam. Who knew? Fortunately enough, I still had enough of those protective layers on the foam piece that the plasti dip didn't completely melt away the entire thing, and it actually created a look that in the end I was really happy with. It gave it a very pitted, battle damaged kind of look. Even though I messed up, it was a happy accident and actually added to the aesthetic of the project. Some of the deeper, more deformed parts of the Hammerhead, I did not fill in with Bondo a second time around. I actually played into the battle damage look and cut them away, added that chipped, battle-used look. I did go back through with some more Bondo and filled in some of the indentations. Before I got into painting the Hammerhead, it needed something. Looking at reference shots, reading about Mjolnir, it was really kind of left up to the discretion of the storyteller as far as who's ever drawing, who's ever making a representation of it. Sometimes you see a very bland, just straight up Hammerhead. Sometimes you see something that is very ornate, has a lot of detail on it. And I decided to kind of come in the middle. I didn't go crazy with my details, but I decided to 3D print a Yggdrasil. That got glued on to either side, and that was as far as I was going to go with as embellishments went. Painting process was very simple. I primed it with filler primer, and then I went back. I used Plat FX Armor Metallic and Silver, kind of added to those layers, give it some depth. When I was going through the footage of this project and getting my lines and my script together, I realized I said absolutely nothing about the handles of this project. I realize I am making a hammer, and hammers have handles, right? And I also see that there are some parts of the video where you see just the hammerhead, and then there's some parts of the videos where you see a completed hammer. Well, I forgot to film all that. I got so lost in painting, priming, sanding, covering up my mistakes that I filmed absolutely nothing as to how I went about making the handle to Mjolnir. Well, it was stupid easy. I took a wooden dowel, I drilled a hole in the bottom of the hammerhead to fit the wooden dowel. The wooden dowel then got stained a dark cherry, and then I wrapped it in some leather. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry, very anticlimactic. With painting now complete, it was on to my favorite part of really any project, and that's weathering. And it may look like a daunting task, because I used a lot of different things to weather this, but it was actually really simple. I just gathered up my standard selection of pigments, oils, washes, dusts. It became a process of adding, taking away, adding, taking away. You keep on going, you keep on taking away until you are happy with what you got. And with that, I have one awesome prop to add to my... No, still not going to happen. Alright, I thought maybe at the... Alright, anyway. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Doing stuff like this, it's a little refreshing, because normally I'm not the one who's foam smithing, making prop, ad-libbing, all that fun stuff, so it was a really fun thing for me to do. I'm happy with how this turned out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.